Monica. As I said, she's pretty good at the top. I've used her so she can show her true ability. Fontaine. But a lot of dot delivery has been bowled in a power play.
Yeah, we've seen the teams that have been most successful in the tournament are the teams that are able to attack that power play very early. You look at that game, Leeward Islands versus Barbados today. Because of the good start that they had, the other batters to come were able to build on that. Although they lost 6 wickets for 62 or so at the end of 10, they were able to build on that, able to take their time in the process and manage to get up to 118. So that power play is just as important. Capitalize on and score as many as possible before the field is spread. Change of bowling now. Stephanie Taylor replaces Vanessa Watts. So right away, using their spinners. Jamaica. Yeah, she was looking to take that one down the ground. And Stephanie Taylor in action with ball in hand strikes. And Mia Gilbert has to go back without troubling the scorers.
So as I said earlier, you have different choices in the Windward Islands team. Really, they should have used somebody different. Gilbert, in my opinion, is somebody who forms a strike, look to build an innings. She should be batting in the middle, not at the top. You already have Fontaine at the top. You should be using somebody like Avi Fletcher or what's the name? The name keeps slipping me there from St. Vincent again. Somebody at the top. You need your best batters to have the majority of the overs.
Perhaps not the role as well. I think that the coach would have had in mind for Mia. She was just looking to go hard at the bowlers all up. And you mentioned it. Just somebody to keep the scoreboard ticking over would have been best served to just try milking it and getting the singles, getting off strike. Unfortunately, an experiment that has failed for now. Didn't get off today, Amir Gilbert, but surely a promising youngster to look forward to.
Just to point out that these batters that I spoke about, these are the batters who opened the batting in the Windward Islands tournament. The Fletcher and the others. These players did not open the batting during the Windward tournament, so it's something new for them. Gilbert, yes, but it's still at this level, you need to have people who have experience and know what to do in situations and circumstances. You would always find yourself in these sort of circumstances if you don't put the right people to do the right things. Now you have lost a wicket pretty early. You have soaked up a few dot balls. The middle order have to come good again. That is what has not been happening in the tournament. Jamaica on top so far.
With Orford pummeling it back down the ground, but a piece of work there by Kate Wilmot. And we'll just get that 11 for Jamaica for you. They have some changes as well. Rashada Williams, Stephanie Taylor, Abigail Bryce, Kate Wilmot, Vanessa Watts, Adania Barr making her debut tonight, Krishana McKenzie, Shireen Bonnet, Shadeen Nation, Anisha Miller, and Selena White. Been such a quiet start to the power play. And Daniel Barr just coming into frame there. Another promising talent. Made her on the 19 debut for West Indies already. With Orford, and this time she finds the gap. Didn't time it well, but it always runs away when it's going downhill there. A valiant effort by the fielder Bonnet, but it beats her into the fence.
Yeah, really short delivery outside the stump. Fontaine really strong in that area as well. And made best use of it, punching it through the covers. And you get your purchase for your shots here at Arnesville. Run off pretty nicely into the fence before. Lovely shot by Fontaine. That's what she does. She gets you off to a good start.
It's one badly lined, and it's been helped to the onside. Selena White gives chase, just crashes into the fence. So back-to-back boundaries now, and Fontaine is on her way.
Yeah, and when you have the likes of Fontaine batting with Avi Fletcher or a Glasgow, it makes the situation and the circumstances much different. Lovely shot, drifting on her legs. She went into the position, swept it nicely into the fence for a lovely shot.
This is a massive hit. Abigail Bryce tries in vain as it sails over her head. And Fontaine now really looking the part, taking 14 runs so far from the Stephanie Taylor, 15 from it, counting the single of Ashlyn Edwards.
Excellent over. Well done by Fontaine. She can do it. She has been doing it for Dominica, and she comes here and doing it for the Windward Islands. She's accustomed to do these things, so it's nothing new to her. So excellent start for her, 20 for 1, and really she just needs the support from the other end.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, and that's what you need. Yes, there were a few dot deliveries, but now all of a sudden, the run rate is now 6+. So now for Windward Islands to continue to build on this start, not lose another wicket. There's another change of bowling. Youngster, Anisha Miller with ball in hand. So rotation of bowlers very early, not allowing batters to settle. Let's see what Anisha Miller has to offer. Yeah, and it's important for Ashlyn, who's just come in. She's 1-1, 1-2 now. Fontaine, who has been striking them so well in the previous over, to not soak up a number of dot deliveries. Just walk it into the gap and get Fontaine back on strike.
That's your job.
Work hard, flipper.
And this is where the cricket normally struggles. You have someone like a Avi Fletcher there. You would have been turning over the strike already, handing it over to Fontaine to do her thing in the first 6 overs. You can't be having all these among the dot deliveries being bowled. But it is happening. Again, 3 dot balls. Pressure in the first 3 deliveries. Now that puts Fontaine in a different light. She has to go after the deliveries when she gets a turn to bat.
Youngster getting her first bowl in this competition. Did play the previous game, but did not bowl. Exceptional control so far from her. Bang on target, Anisha Miller. Offered up a lot of width on that occasion, unable to beat Stephanie Taylor at point. So after an over 15, we've seen a procession of dots in this over, 5 of them. Looking to use her feet. I think some bat of Fontaine got into the way of that one. Gets a single to end the over. So 1 run from it at the end of 4. Windward Islands women 21 for 1.
Well, not really what the doctor ordered. I would have loved to see Fontaine on the other end, but she's on the other end. She have batted 5 dot deliveries. She have gotten her a single off the last one. So she now has to turn the strike over to Fontaine as quick as possible. We're into over number 5 actually, and those dot deliveries could cost you at the end of this game. Need to turn them into 1s and 2s.
And if they get off to a good start here in Windward Islands, what they do have to come, if they are able to get a good start, is an informed middle order, likes of Glasgow and Afi Fletcher to come, perhaps with the Zeta out, Nerissa Crafton being out, a bit thin on their batting, just wanting to have somebody in that middle order to control things. But it depends on the start that they get. If they get a poor start, then they come in under pressure, and then the story looks a bit different. So far, not bad, you'll say, given that they're 21 in 4 for 1. Change of bowling now. Kate Wilmot had an impressive spell in that outing versus Guyana. Exhibition of pace on display from the youngster. Let's go back to that dismissal of Grimmon. Think you would have liked that one, Kenroy Martin. So Kate Wilmot to bowl the 5th. Starts with a short one. Ashlyn looking to get some bat onto that one.
Not a dot delivery.
Love the aggression so far from Kate Wilmot. Shot of a good length. And another dot. So in the last 8 deliveries, we have had 1 run.
Well, in context of this tournament, Jamaica really have nothing to lose more than to come out and play all. They have to play all the cricket they can play, really. They have been at the bottom of the table.
Shot again. And to get on her toes and play it down, but an under edge, almost going back onto her stump.
In cricket, you need momentum. And this is actually taking the momentum away from actually Fontaine, who has just had a pretty good over. And she's struggling to get the strike from the other end.
Yeah, I agree with you. Because Fontaine, since that over of Stephanie Taylor, has not seen the strike for 9 deliveries. There's been good control so far from Kate Wilmot. Short and wide again, but can't get it away. Fontaine just running down now to have a word with her. 1 more ball remaining in the over. I think Jamaica won't mind getting a single of this last ball.
Yeah, give a single away, put on strike again, get your bowler to bowl a couple more dot deliveries to her. That's the plan.
This one is skied. It's in the air. There's a fielder coming under it. 2 of them, in fact. A nation puts it down. So Ashlyn Edwards, her misery almost coming to an end there. But Shadeen Nation running in to take that catch. Puts down what you call a dolly. Yes, the fielder running in also got in the way of that. Got into the way of that, sorry. Very close to each other. Luckily, there wasn't a collision between the 2 of them. At the end of the 5th over, Windward Islands woman 22 for 1.
This could be good for Jamaica as well. She's not scoring at any rate or so it'll be good for Jamaica. That catch could really pan out to be good for the Windward Islands, for the Jamaicans, as Rajiv Roberts comes into the commentators booth. Rajiv, another slow start here for another team in the power play, 22 for 1. And this is the 6th over, and we had a catch being spilled just a while ago. So Jamaica taking control of things so far. How are you doing?
Good night, Martin. Good night to the viewers. Windward Island taking on Jamaica, but it looked the other way around, as in Jamaica will be taking on the Windward Islands. Yeah, that catch just spilled a while ago, Martin. From the bowler's reaction, I think it could probably be planned, because bowling to Edward, she's on 3 from 14. They will definitely love to bowl all their overs to her.
Well, it could be a good thing for Jamaica. Dropping that catch, Edward have not been able to score, get the ball off the surface. Again, she's trying her best to get it away. It finds a fielder in the way. And nothing from those deliveries she has faced. So far, 16 deliveries, 3 runs. She continues to try to get it off the square. Again, she finds the fielder. Problems here, Fontaine. Oh, she gets there. Bad throw. Really? Fontaine hustling to the other end. They pick up another single. Moves up now to 23. That brings Fontaine on strike after about 20 deliveries.
Well, I do think Fontaine, she had a good over. I think was the 3rd over that went for 15. I think she need to take a bulk of the strike here. Have a conversation with her partner. But as we know, if you're batting in the top 5, Martin, you are capable of batting.
Yeah, but the thing is that cricket comes with momentum. And once that momentum is taken away from you, it is a difficult thing to get back. Fontaine had a pretty good over. All she needed to turn the strike over to Fontaine and give her the opportunity to play her shots. All of a sudden, Fontaine, she's batting dot ball. She's in her final over in the power play. And that's the end of the over. After 6 overs, it's 23 for 1. Fontaine still batting. She's on 19 from 14. And her partner, Edwards, is 4 from 17. So, a pretty looky power play again here in this tournament.
What I will say, there's changes for the Windward Islands. There's no changes to the power play.
And you had 2 different players coming up front. I really thought that they would have given Avi Fletcher the go-ahead tonight to open the batting with Fontaine and really had a go at it and see what they could produce with them, and then have Janila Glasgow coming at 3 and he could really maneuver the batting from here on in. But it wasn't done. That's just from my observation.
Well, we are looking at the 5th and 6th place teams so far in the tournament. And I think according to how today's games went about, top of the table play this morning. They played the first game. The 3rd and the 4th played the second game. And we are looking at the 5th and the 6th place playing the final game of day 3.
Wilmot continued to bowl. She bowled her first over for a single, 1 run. She continued in the second over, another dot ball to start proceedings. Here in the 7th over. Really, both teams not having the best of times in this tournament, really. So a total of at least 90 or so. But we find it difficult for them to chase. That's my opinion, that's my liking. This one is driven hard. And this could be trouble for Fontaine here. Oh, all kind of things happening here. She could have just lobbed it into the bowler. She fired at the stump. She missed. Fontaine was in the middle of the wicket looking for a single. And Edwards was also there. But at the end of the day, both of them are saved in their crease. And the play continues.
I think Edwards trying to hit the ball a little bit too hard. Trying to get those single, get off strike, see what is happening on the other end. I think it might just be her type of game. Instead of trying to be the aggressor, you are within the power play, you are 4 from 19. Unlike Fontaine, who are 19 from 14. Struggling to get the ball off the square, Martin. And she is now 5 from 20.
Yeah, she just needs to readjust her game. Play the supporting role to Fontaine. Turn the strike over. Get yourself in. Bat a few more deliveries. Hit the gap. Get your timing right. That is what you should be doing. Fontaine now, she's on strike. She would have to go. And that's the issue that you have.
Well, what I could say, they have a lot of batters still to come. The likes of Afi Fletcher, Janelia Glasgow.
Lovely punch to backward point. She's gone for 1. This should be 2. She's jogging actually. Fontaine, she jogged that. She was not looking for a second run. I thought that should have been 2. Really. But she just jogged that first run and settled for that. And Edwards is now on strike again. She has 5 from 20. Fontaine is 20 from 15. And the Windward Islands are 25 for 1 in this the 7th over. So it's Wilmot again. Now 2nd over. Trying to find that gap is Edwards. Getting more and more frustrated. Wilmot is not bothered with that. She keeps doing her job, Jamaica. Liking what they're seeing. I'd love to get the better of Windwards tonight, Jamaica. I've done a pretty good job thus far. Wilmot again, just on the length. Looking for quick single, could be trouble. Oh, the throw was off again there by Nation. Nation seems not to be having a very good night thus far. Spilled a catch. Missed the run out on 2 occasions, and that's the end of the over. So after 7 overs, Windwards are 26 for 1.
Fontaine 20 from 15. Edward 6 from 22. Wilmot 2 overs, 4 runs, no wicket. Good going so far for the Jamaicans.
Well, this is the problem, Robert. This is the problem, Rajiv. This is the thing that causes your batters to panic. When you have soaked up so many overs in the first power play and those coming into the middle and they're not scoring, then the pressure is reversed on your batters and you can't get runs. They would now have to come and play a different game. Different game that they're accustomed to than they're accustomed to. And that puts a lot of pressure on them. This one is pulled to square leg. She's called for 1. She won't get more than that.
Well, what happened here, Kenroy, I'm happy that Edward was able to get out strike from the very first ball of that over. Because the Jamaican definitely seems to have a plan. They really want to bowl to her. And bowling to her, you could bowl 50 deliveries and she get like 15 runs. That's a win for the Jamaicans.
Yeah, well, they're doing pretty well. They have understand their rules and their functions here. The Jamaicans bowling to Edwards would be very beneficial to them. As they bowl another dot ball. Again, Edwards still not getting bat on ball here.
Work hard, Miller.
Need to get a move on. 27 for 1, Windward Islands against Jamaica. Again, no one could find that field on the square leg boundary.
Best ball every time, Miller.
Quiet times. This one is punched to covers. Like to see much more of this happening between these two batters. Turn the strike over. Get a momentum.
The projected score is 76. I definitely want to see Leeward bat. Oh, that's a beautiful catch. Beautiful catch. Fontaine and they want to depart with the score on 29 for 2. Look at that catch.
It was a short delivery. She came back and pulled it all out might. It hit in the middle of the bat, but only find the fielder short mid-wicket who took a wonderful catch. It was hit with some power. So Jamaica strike goal again, and they're 29 for 2. Windwards. Lovely catch that was.
Definitely brilliant day from Jamaica. Short delivery, right back. Pull that ball. Fielder have to move to her left, the Martin. Take an excellent catch.
And this is what we're talking about. The pressure that was building between Fontaine and Edwards, the dot deliveries. Here we've seen it again short. She came back, really pulled it from in front. Finding that fielder to the left, really good reflex reaction there as well. Making a pretty good catch. Good hands.
Score 29 for 2. Windward Islands could definitely be in some trouble. As we see coming to the crease is Janelia Glasgow, the captain for the Windward Islands. Zayda James is sidelined through injury. Bowling well here for the Jamaicans is Anisha Miller. 4 for 1 in her second over. 3 of those runs coming in this over. One more legal delivery to go in this over.
That's the end of the over. Outside of the edge of Glasgow's bat, goes into the keeper's glove. Another dot delivery. 8 overs completed. 29 for 2. Edwards 8 from 24. The last wicket to fall was Fontaine. Pretty good catch at mid-wicket. Really well done. Current run rate is 3.63. And the projected score is 73.
Well, Martin, as I look at 8 overs completed there, and 1 over, the third over went for 15. So if you minus that 15 from that 29 that we are seeing there right now, Martin, the Windward Islands would have basically been nowhere so far.
Well, they're not going nowhere in a hurry. 8 overs completed. Edwards is on strike. Wilmot continues to bowl. She has 2 for 4. Has done a good job so far. This one is short and pulled through mid-wicket. This one would find the fence. Does it? No, it doesn't. Good feeling there by that field at mid-wicket. Running around. Some good throw as well. taken by Wilmot. So some good cricket. Finally, one gets in the middle of the bat for Edwards. He was cut off. It seems to be Taylor who does that chase there. So Wilmot has been there and about a shorter length in this spell. Not pitching up too much deliveries. She has been short to Edwards.
They sat in the pavilion on their previous encounter against Guyana. And Wilmot was midway of the pitch, like she does there, Martin, and have the Guyanese cramping.
Another single on hand. So she likes to put it into the pitch and get a response, Wilmot. Majority just about half of the pitch she bowls. Tucks the batter up. It's telling you that you're not going to get much up in your half. You need to free your arms. So 32 for 2. Yeah, a few field changes been happening here. Glasgow now comes on strike. One of the better batters in this tournament. This time she's hitting that down the ground. She won't cross the fence. Should be 2 runs, really. Jogging, in my opinion, should be running a little bit harder. Picks up another single. She's off the mark. That brings Edward back into strike. She has 11 from 26. One of the few deliveries I've seen pitched up from Wilmot. This time she's bowled. Went across the line. Wilmot got on the stumps. Edwards went firing and she missed everything. The ball rocketed into the stumps and they have lost another wicket, Windwards. That of Edwards. She's gone bowl, Wilmot. And what a wicket to get at this time.
Well, while it's an important wicket to get for the Jamaicans, and Windward would definitely love to see their 2 stateswomen at the wicket of Janila Glasgow and Afi Fletcher. At this time, Windward would definitely hope that these 2 can bat and bat as deep as possible. Have some score, put up a total here that could be challenging for the Jamaican, because we're looking at both teams here. They have not won any game in this tournament so far.
Well, both teams looking for a win tonight. Jamaica seems to be up for it. 33 for 3. We have taken 3 wickets thus far. So that brings the experienced Fletcher. I'm not sure about that. We'll see that in a minute. Yes, Afi Fletcher out of Grenada. She joins Glasgow. Better combination here. I would have started with these 2 tonight for sure at the top against the Jamaicans. But they're in the middle. Windward's hoping that they come good. At least one needs to come good. Carry their bat to the end. 8 overs completed into over number 9. 33 for 3. Fletcher yet to score. Facing her first delivery. This one is hitting the air and she's out. Oh, she spills a catch. That fielder mid-off. I'm not too sure of the name. I haven't seen the number either. That was a sitter. Easy catch. In and out. And Jamaica have faltered here. Avi Fletcher gets a life. How would this hurt the Jamaican team? Is left to be seen. But you don't give these players second chances. They come back and they hurt you. So Fletcher getting a chance of their first delivery. Wilmot disappointed with that. But she goes out to Glasgow. Glasgow's driving handsomely. 2 covers. She's gone for 1. Should be 2. Fletcher's running back with all her might. 2 runs completed. So 2 more runs on the board. Just to let you know what things are happening thus far. Fontaine got 21 from 18. Gilbert ducked none from 5, and 11 from 27 was Edwards. And Fletcher is not out on 1, given a life. And Glasgow is 3 from 3. Windward Islands are 36 for 3 after 9 overs been bowled.
So I think the player who spilled that catch is Shireen Bonnet.
So Burnett probably kicking herself there now.
But she's still shaking her hands. It probably was too hard for her.
36 for 3. What a night is going to be here for women's cricket in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Fletcher is on strike. She's been given a life already. Nation comes back. Fletcher is pulling that. Picks up another single. So these two need to get at least up to 15 overs here. Put up a pretty good partnership between them, the two senior stateswomen of this team. Most experienced players are here.
Really good going here for the Jamaicans. 37 for 3 in the 10th over.
Really good first half. And just outside of the leg stump. Probably just crashing a little bit of the pads. No signal from the umpire. So Nation, a senior stateswoman for Jamaica. She's been playing this cricket for more than a decade now. Has lots of experience. There's a full toss and he's whipping it to mid-wicket. That was showing some power. The fielder is basically wringing her hands there from Glasgow. She scampers a single. Still squeezing those hands.
Shows the power of the Windward Island batters, Martin.
Let's try down the leg. She's sweeping. Did she get some bat onto that? It's running close to the fence. Will it get there? A race between the legs and the ball. Legs have won this one. A wide signal by the umpire. 3 more runs to the total. Badly line delivery there by Nation. Not what you would want here at this time. Better delivery outside the awesome. That one keeping a try low. Another dot delivery being bowled here. Nation into her second over. None for 9. Final delivery in the 10th over. 41 for 3. Windwards. Ooh, that one got close to the stumps. Went to punch that to the offside, hitting the inner portion of the bat and bouncing out down to fine leg. And that's the over. 10 overs have been bowled here. Windwards are 41 for 3. The players will take some refreshments here at Arnesville, and we'll do the same thing in the commentators' booth as we take a break and we return in a few minutes or so.
All right, so welcome back to Arnisville playing field, where we're bringing live commentary from between Windward Islands and Jamaica. At the half stage, Windward Island 41-for-3, batting Afi Fletcher 2 from 5, Janelia Glasgow 4 from 5. Nation just completed her second over for 9 runs, no wickets. And we will be seeing Stephanie Taylor with a ball in hand as we welcome back Stacey-Ann. Good night to you. How are you doing?
Good night, Rajiv. Not doing too bad. Jamaica, though, doing much better than you and I. In a solid position, 41-for-3 at the end of 10 overs. We do have to contend with an informed Afi Fletcher and Janelia Glasgow, and she's already been dropped, Afi Fletcher. They'll want to continue to build on what they've done so far in the first 10 overs.
Well, I do believe Jamaica definitely want to get a move on and go deep into the Windward Island innings. But I know these two here, they are in the Windward Island tournament, Stacey-Ann. They had the most runs. Afi Fletcher was second to Janelia Glasgow.
Yeah, and it's shots like that. Blazing cover drive off the blade of Janelia Glasgow. Looking in fine touch. Why she was the leading run scorer in that tournament. Yes, Stephanie Taylor just over pitching. And Janelia Glasgow has been in fine touch with that cover drive throughout the tournament, finding gap, beating Vanessa Watts to her left. Now a quick single as well.
Well, that quick single is what you can basically get from both batters there. Rotating the strike is what's gonna happen here with these two. But I'm just hoping I don't see that run out that Janelia always involves herself in. I'm just hoping. Windward Islands move up to 46-for-3. As Afi Fletcher flicked that one in the air. Take a quick single. He's looking for a second, which is not there. So as I said earlier on Stacey, and I'm just hoping that Glasgow do not involve in those runouts that she have been involved in from the Windward Island tournament and this T20 Women's Blaze, Stacey-Ann?
Yeah, so far we've seen a conscious effort from both of the batters. Seen a lot more weight, hang on, hold on, no, yes, more decisive in what they're doing out there in terms of the calling between the wicket. Two of the senior batters in the squad as well. So far, so good.
Well, I do think they understand each other's game, which is very important, and it's good for Windward Island. As we see another dot ball there, 2 consecutive dot ball. The score on 47-for-3 after 11 overs. Just concluded 2 overs is Stephanie Taylor, 2 for 21, 1 wicket. She have 2 more overs up her sleeve. What did you make of the final 9 overs to come?
Yeah, 9 overs to come. We see then an introduction of pace now. Selena White marking her run-up. Of course, what the Windward Islands will be hoping for is that these two can bat for as deep as possible, perhaps even bat in the remaining 9 overs, and that will get them close to a score of 110 or so that might be competitive tonight. The wicket is good for batting though, and the scores does not indicate that, I must say, but true bonks we've seen throughout this contest, throughout the day's play. On Jamaica, on the other hand, we're hoping that they get a wicket to break this partnership without checking the stats. I certainly know that this partnership has been the best for Windward Islands throughout the entirety of the tournament so far. So it's a key partnership to break for Jamaica.
The shot for Afi Fletcher going close to the boundary. Pull back, she will definitely get 2. As you mentioned, partnership. A this partnership, as I mentioned earlier on to my co-commentator who was on, that these batters definitely need to bat until about the 18th over to see the Windward Islands are somewhere in the region of 110, 120. Once these two could bat on at least all 20 overs, it will be good for Windward.
Yeah, they feed off each other quite well. See Janelia continue to grow in confidence every time she bats with Afi.
That's a big shot going out, and it is caught. It is out. Another wicket down for the Windward Island. Jamaica is doing well here tonight in their matchup against the Windwards. 49 now for the loss of 4 wickets.
And that is a massive blow in this contest. Hanging it outside the off stump, Afi Fletcher deciding to take it on, trying to loft it. Perhaps then he tried to get it as close to Abigail Bryce, was probably aiming for that pocket. Unfortunately for her, straight to a good fielder, safe hands. A bobble from her, Abigail Bryce, but hang on to it in the end. And a massive blow in the context of this competition. Afi Fletcher has to go back. She's the leading run scorer for Windward Islands in this tournament. Managed to get up to 87 runs. Now second in the run scoring tally. But it's not her night tonight, Fletcher. Somebody else has to stand up. Another pair has to stand up at the wicket and try and get Windward Islands to a formidable total, or at least a competitive one.
Well, I'm happy that you mentioned that somebody else have to stand up. I remember on day 3 of this tournament so far, I asked the question, if Afi gets out, who will put up their hand to be the next Afi? Because she is the one who basically doing the bulk of the scoring for the Windward Island. And I'm still waiting for that answer. As we see Karina Noel, the new batter, to the crease.
And bit of indecision in terms of whether to take that run, and it's something that our co-commentator alluded to earlier. You want your best batters to face the majority of the deliveries in this contest. Ashlyn Edwards, she came in at 3. She only scored 11 of 27 deliveries. That really put a dent in what looked like progress with the bat in terms of a fiery start by the Windward Islands.
Yeah, you get that spot on, because the third over went for 15 and they never ever get a move on from there. 49 for 4 in the 12th over. Bowling well here for Jamaica is White.
Yeah, so some pressure now on the middle order. Now that that partnership is broken. Karina Noel, though, has been in some good hitting form.
Single day on offer. Karina get off strike. The captain for the Windward Island, no one strike. She have 1 delivery remaining in this over from White. 50 comes up for the Windward Island, 54-4. Janila Glasgow, 9 from 10. Karina Noel, 1 from 3. That one dispatched. She should be going into the boundary, and that's 4 for Janila Glasgow. 4 good runs for the Windward Islands. At the end of 12 overs, the score is a 54 for the loss of 4 wickets.
Yeah, confident shot there from Glasgow. Very full delivery. Just help yourself stuff. Pick the gap well. Didn't need to run at all. So 54 for 4 at the end of 12. A lot to do with blade in hand, these two batters. Particularly the skipper for tonight, Janelia Glasgow.
Even Stevens here after 12 overs so far. Jamaica picked up 4 wickets. Windward Islands women 54. 8 overs remaining in the batting innings for Windward Islands. How much more can they get from those 8 overs? As we saw Shireen Bonnet with ball in hand coming from the old airport end, will be bowling to Karina Noel.
I haven't seen her with ball in hand, Shireen Bonnet, in this tournament so far. Starts with a wide, but it's good to see Jamaica giving opportunities to all of their players. Anisha Miller had a good start tonight with ball in hand, picked up a wicket, big wicket of Fontaine. And Adanya Bar has a chance as well tonight.
What I know, Karina loves to go downtown, so there's a long off and a long on down there. Station and waiting patiently for her. Windward Islands 56-4-4. Still 12 overs, forced to wide, signaled by the umpire. Current run rate is 4.67. Projected score is 93, and she's been bowled. There goes another wicket for Windward Island. Bowled by Bonnet, Karina Noel. Without, she scored 1 from 4. That's another blow for the Windward Islands. Stacey?
Yeah, caught in an awkward position there, Karina Noel. Not forward, not back. And once it was on that line, if you missed, the bowler was always going to hit. A bit indeterminate there from Karina Noel in her execution of that shot. Perhaps looking to just guide it down to the deep third area. But the feet were nowhere. Not back, not forward fully. And Shireen Bonnet, boy, will she be buoyed by picking up that wicket after those 2 wides in her first 2 deliveries.
56-4-5. New batter to the crease is Chanel Mackey. Windward Island is in some trouble. 7 overs remaining at the end of this over, the 13th. But I still don't want to say they're in deep trouble, because we saw the earlier game between Trinidad and Guyana, how that went. We do know that the Windward Islands had some very, very good bowlers, a good all-round team. Both teams yet to win any game in this tournament. Somebody's going to walk away with a win here tonight. Shot outside the off, some signal wide by the umpire.
Maki, you know that she's going to play her shots. Has the ability to strike them big and long. Her second game of the tournament, made her debut in that match versus Barbados. They'll daily hope that she can get a few away tonight.
It is important to Maki to bat and bat deep as well with Glasgow. They both play for St. Vincent together, and I think they do understand each other game. So a conversation between both of them will also be important, Stacey.
Yeah, and you saw Glasgow had a word with her when she came in. Struck firmly down the ground to get off the mark.
(58-4-5), Windward Island still bowling. Her first over is Bonnet. Still have 3 more balls to bowl in this, our first over. Beautiful check shot there by the Windward Island captain Janelia. Saw some jizzles a while ago. Hope it passed.
I hope so. I was just looking at it. Seemed to have passed. Movement by the ground staff. It's always a good indication. But it's dark, so it's difficult for them to see if a cloud is forming.
Well, normally the area that the groundsmen always tend to look at is the area that we are looking in that direction where we are looking. But I'm seeing a lot of lights up there, so I do believe that this has passed. Very, very good comeback there again from Bonnet. Hitting uppishly. Will go into the fence for 4. That is Janila Glasgow getting Windward Island to move on with the score on a 62-45 at the end of 13 overs.
Yeah, good selection from Glasgow. It was short, it was wide. Importantly, she decided to go over, up and over, to get maximum for that shot. Healthy enough blade onto that one. So a much needed boundary. Takes the score up to 62.
7 overs remaining. How much more can the Windward Island get? How much runs are they comfortable with defending when they're torn with the ball?
Well, you already said it. It's a Jamaica team with nothing to lose. They do have some classy players in their lineup. Some players who have not quite gotten off as yet in the tournament. And they'll be hungry to do so tonight. Getting up to about 110 might give the Windward Islands something to bowl to.
It will definitely be good for the Windward Island as well to get a score over 110. Somewhere you feel that you can, something you feel like it could defend. Because looking at the other games where they play, they bat force, and games that they chase, those are games that you, Stacey, and as a batter would definitely say, oh, this is a walk in the park, and any day.
Yeah, certainly. All Windward Islands have in their favour as well. No team have surpassed 100 runs against them in this tournament so far. Yes, Barbados only had 87 to chase, but they lost 6 wickets in doing so. 7 wickets, I beg your pardon.
What's 3 consecutive dot ball? 2.3 overs. 2 runs, no wickets. Doing good here for Jamaica.
Yeah, can't get back onto it. Maki looks a bit frustrated. Skipper just having a word with her at the other end.
Simple catch. Hold on caught. And there goes Maki. Another wicket down for the Windward Islands at 62 for the loss of 6 wickets. I was just about to say, Stacey, and that is important as the skipper and your batter and who on strike is missing like that. Go up, have a conversation with her instead of be on the non-striker end and shouting.
Yeah, she was just looking to defend that, but strong bottom hand, very hard hands from Chanel Maki. Just saw her lofting that back to Vanessa Watts, who just basically sat in her lap. Vanessa Watts frustrated with the decision. Perhaps she's been looking to get at the bowling. Maybe that was the ball that she could have tried to chance her arm at. It was slightly fuller as well. Instead, she has to go back. Just 1 run to her name, Chanel Maki. 62 now for 6, Sabini St. John walks in. Has some ability with the bat. Need all of that tonight and more. Abini, along with Janilia Glasgow.
Conversations and more conversations with your batters. 62 for 6, Windward Islands in 13.5 overs.
But this is something we've already seen happen in the earlier stage of the innings. Fontaine had a good over. Then Ashlyn Edwards came in and she was off the strike for a long period of time. Just a while ago, it basically manifested again with Maki forming the strike and then getting dismissed. But a good over nonetheless from Vanessa Watts. Impressive figures so far from her tonight. Windward Islands women remain on 62 for 6.
Yeah, very, very impressive. Still have the likes of Stephanie Taylor, who have 2 overs remaining. Watts have 1. Lot of bowling options here still for the Jamaicans. To tear this Windward Island batting apart. They already picked up 6 wickets. 6 more overs remaining with the score on a 62 for 6. On strike will be the captain of the Windward Islands, Janilia Glasgow. With the fall of every wicket, I will ask this question, Stacey, and how much more that the Windward Islands definitely looking for.
They're looking for plenty, as that one is called wide. But so far, haven't been able to string together partnerships so important in this contest. 5 overs remaining and 5 balls. Janelia Glasgow needs to face the majority of those deliveries.
Well, they do have a partnership of 15, and that was the best partnership so far from the Windward Islands. As we see Glasgow taking a strike or taking a single off the first ball of a nation over, exposing Abini.
Abini is able with the bat. So we're not quite there yet to the batters who you will have to shield. It's just a matter of how approaching this innings. Abini.
$64 for 6. That ball to Abini. We are in the 15th over. 4 legal deliveries remaining. Beautiful bowling there by Nation. Into her third over, only gone for 11 runs.
And with that time, flashing edge there from Abini to get off the mark.
Last one strike, 2 deliveries remaining in Nation, third over. The Windward Islands are 65 for 6. Beautiful bowling, well fielded by Nation, who is limping a little bit, but nothing to worry about. She's doing well here for Jamaica. Slash and straight to Stephanie Taylor, no run. So it means that Abini will be on strike for the 16th over. As over number 15 come to an end, the score is 65 for the loss of 6 wickets. Janelia Glasgow 18 from 17. Abini St. John 1 from 4. Nation 3 overs, no maiden, 12 runs, no wicket.
Yeah, Stephanie Taylor with ball in hand. Windward Islands struggling to get to some sort of competitive total. A lot rely on Janelia Glasgow at the other end. Abini St. John on strike. Hits that one uppishly. Manages to get off strike right away. It's a good result for Windward Islands. I am now joined by Mr. Kenroy Martin. Hello to you again, Kenroy.
Hello, Stacey-Ann. Hello. And hi and hello to the viewers of this broadcast here in the final 5. Windward versus Jamaica. Tight spot there in 66 for 6. Janelia Glasgow have to be the savior tonight.
Driving, but rejecting the single is Janelia Glasgow.
Well, pretty early days for that. She decided that she's going to take the majority of the strike. I agree with her. But she has to do much better than that. Look for the 2s as well. How she looks for a single. How she plays it to a backward point. She's looking for 2.
Yeah, she can get 2 there. But interesting though, before we realized it was going to be 2, it perhaps looked like it was going to be a single before the miscommunication between the 2 fielders. And she was willing to take that run, the delivery before she rejected the single.
Yes. So you got to make up your mind as to what you want to do, Janila Glasgow, skipper. She moves on now to 20 from 19. 20 from 19, we enter over number 16. Taylor is your bowler. Veteran Taylor out of Jamaica, former West Indies captain, women's international cricketer. This time she's cutting back on a point. She's gone for 1, she's coming back for 2. Good batting here by Glasgow.
Yeah, that was nice from Glasgow. Sitting on the back foot quickly and cutting it past Adonia Bar. Fumbled by the fielder on the boundary. There was an easy 2 in the end.
Windward moves up to 70 for 6. It's a cross-batted shot again. You really think she should have gone over cover. Looking to play it over cover, looking to cross it down to mid-on, mid-off. Those areas. I think her strength is in the cover area. Really just closing the face of the bat too early. Didn't make contact with it as she ought to. She looks to sneak a single. This could be trouble. She fires at the non-strikers and misses. She gets in. Picks up another single. That brings you over to an end. Glasgow is on strike. She has 23 from 22. And Windward Islands are 71 for 6. Earlier, the Glasgow have 23. Fontaine had 21 from 18. And Edwards have 11. And current run rate is 4.44. You would like to get that up to at least 6 or 7. Nation has bowled 3 overs to 12. Sorry. He hasn't got no wicket. He's back at the other end. Ever dependable. This one is flighted on the legs. I think she's going to be bowling between middle and leg for Glasgow. And firing it down between middle and leg, not giving her that room that she needs to free her arms to go over cover or straight down. It's coming around the wicket. The angle as well says that.
Yeah, once you give her room like that, you'll get back into it quickly. And a missed field.
Oh.
Not a missed field. Undistinguished tonight in the field. So far, Jamaica.
Elementary mistakes. Easy field. She was already stopping the 1. He ran over it, goes through the leg, and just she goes on to the boundary boards and gave away an easy 4 there.
Usually a very good fielder as well, Kate Wilmot. Yeah, so once you give her room, she will free her arms. So you see, that was a delivery that too much to the outside. She wants to keep it middle and leg for Glasgow.
This time she's hammering it down to mid-on with some power. Still looking for 2. Has to settle for that 1. So 76 for 6. Pretty good score so far, Stacey. I think that's challenging for the Jamaicans, seeing the way that they have gone about their cricket.
I think 76 for 6. Any team will take that. Any team will take below 100 runs. You know that the Jamaican team, they're top heavy. But at some point in time, because of the class that exists in that setup, you know that someone is going to fire. The end of the 17th, 76 for 6.
Well, Jalila Glasgow needs to fire for Windward's here. He's on 28 from 26. She needs to get at least 60 or so to put them in a very good position give the Jamaicans something to talk about or to chase a little later on. So it would be Glasgow and St. Jean, or St. John, really. She's out of Dominica.
Ball and killer, ball and
St.
killer.
John. Yes. She has 2 from 7. Glasgow is the captain for this evening. So Miller is bowling here. Oh,
And
my
again,
goodness.
again, another misfield. So we've seen 2 really good catches from my recollection. But largely the ground fielding hasn't been the best from Jamaica tonight.
Yeah, some easy feeling there. Goes to the leg of that feeler, giving Glasgow opportunity to get 2 more runs. She moves up now to 30. Need to put the pressure on the feelers as she's doing. Glasgow. It's a good job by her so far. Just needs that support.
Oh, it's a bit short. Aim it proper. Keep looking. They can run.
Ball and reach, flipper, reach. Right under.
Jamaica trying to stay away from those boundary deliveries. St. John will be facing. He has 2 from 7. Miller into a 3rd over. Flighted delivery down the leg. Looking to go across the line. Wait on the umpire.
Ball and Miller.
By signal. So he actually missed everything.
Yeah, it actually went in between her back leg and the stump, Abini St. John.
This time is short and she's pulling it
Shot, flipper.
into the fence for 4. Loose delivery by Miller and dealt with by Glasgow. Beautiful shot. Got into position and really just pulled it along the ground for 4. Lovely shot by Glasgow there.
Yeah, it was very short. It was pulled down. It had to be put away, and she did. It's an area that she's been working on, Janila Glasgow. You mentioned that she plays through the covers very well. So it's good that she can access those areas behind square and in the fine leg region. Top shot from her.
Shot again. Looking to go. Too early. Closing the face of the bat. Just getting it back to Miller. They've really come out over the head of the bowler. Backed it down the road. Could have been a better choice there. That delivery there.
And she's looking to play it across the line, but now that the field is up, let's see if she gets another one like that, if she'll try to challenge that fielder in the mid-off ring.
Just using it, looking for singles. A good cricket here by Janila. She's reading the game. Good thinking. Gets a strike. 85 for 6. Watts 3 for 2. 1 wicket. Nation 4 for 17. Wilmot 3 for 11. Got 1 wicket. Taylor still has another over to bowl. Into over number 19. 12 deliveries remaining.
It's a matchup that's heavily in favor of Jamaica. Last 4 encounters, 3-1 in favor of Jamaica. Quite a confident side when you play the Windward Islands, you say, given that record.
100% win for Jamaica. This time she's bouncing it through covers. She's gone for 1. Should be looking for 2 really. A mistake again by the fielder. Come on, Glasgow, we got to do better than that. Look for your first run and then look for the second one. Take control. She ends up with a single, 87.
They struck it quite well. Adania Bar got a boot onto it. She took some pace off of it. Kate Wilmot was able to do the clean-up job. Did fumble. Had they run that first one hard, rightly so, as you said, would have been an easy second.
So they'll be relishing the opportunity to bowl St. John. St. John needs to turn the strike over to Glasgow. At least get bat on ball. Oh, there's a loud appeal. What is that? Sort of mix up. Seemed like it hit the pad, went into the keeper's glove, played on. All sort of things happening there. Not too sure what's happening, but she survives.
Everything but a single. Should be looking for a run. And yes, Glasgow is quick. And yet another misfield by Jamaica, that time from Anisha Miller. Clean pick up and throw. Absolutely. Glasgow in some trouble.
There's always a problem when the throw comes in, directly hits the stumps. $87 for 6. Janila on strike. He's on 37 from 32. He's hammering that. Oh, misses it completely into the keeper's glove. No time for that. Need to score.
If she's looking for the boundary of that previous delivery, she'd probably look for a single now, and she does, but gets good enough baton to it. She can get 2 if she wants.
He gets 4.
Gets 4 eventually. She'll take that. One more over remaining. Abini St. John, your first job, if you can't get a boundary, well, your best job here is to get a boundary of the first ball. Can't get that, the next best thing is a single and get Glasgow on strike.
Yeah, Glasgow doing the job here for her team so far. All she needs now is to strike at the other end. But here comes the pace bowler Wilmot, who comes back. I think Glasgow would fancy this bowling. 91 for 6. That 100 mark is critically important. Another 9 runs would do the Windward Islands justice to get to that 100. Psychologically, it has its effect on the brain and the individuals as well. Glasgow 41 from 34, Fontaine 21 from 18, Wood 11 from 27. 1 for 8, 1 for 11, 1 for 27. Watt, Wilmot, and Taylor. Taylor still has another over, and Wilmot. So Wilmot will be bowling the final over. He's pulling that viciously. 2 square legs. She calls for 1. She's back for 2. Glasgow's looking for a 3rd. Won't get that. So good shot there by St. John.
Yeah, bisecting the 2 fielders. Piercing it in the gap rather. 2 fielders out there on the side boundary. Very wide gap. So a bit more power onto that one. Can you see herself collecting a boundary, St. John?
This one is pitched up, full of length.
I think that's where the skipper wants her to bowl. There is deep 3rd and someone sweeping on the cover boundary. Just continue to take it away from her. Hasn't really played or managed to score on a number of deliveries outside the arc stump so far. Abini St. John.
Ooh, good delivery. She's calling for the single. Would she get it? Oh. She's calling for the single. She wasn't aware that Glasgow was coming. So she ends up getting run out. But Glasgow's on strike. Sacrifices her wicket for that. Understandably.
Yeah.
She should have been more aware of what the situation and what was happening. Glasgow was looking for the strike. And she really didn't respond. And she goes run out.
I'll still say it's good awareness on the part of both of the batters. Glasgow, first of all, running hard, getting down to the end. And Abini at the last moment, getting out of the crease. Yes, she tried to get in at the non-striker's end. She was always going to be a sacrifice, and she knew that. She didn't try to stay and hang back. Else it would have been Janelia Glasgow dismissed. So I'll say it's good awareness on the part of both of the batters so that Janelia Glasgow is on strike, which she is right now.
And the best partnership of the innings coming to an end. He got 34. Looking at the ball there. Glasgow is calling. She now takes off. And Wilmot takes it and pull the bails off. She goes run out. Best partnership coming to an end through the run out route. Glasgow still on 41 from 34.
31-run partnership dominated off the blade of Janelia Glasgow.
She's on strike. Trying to get it out of the park is Glasgow. Want to get it as far as the mid-wicket. Good bowling here by Wilmot. 93 for 7. Windward Islands. Looking for the first win. Jamaica looking to continue its winning streak against the Windward Islands. Pitched up and hammered. Over the fence. 6 runs. It was in her half and she came down the track and smashed it over mid-on. Had no chance of catching that one. And the willow was being wheeled there. 6 runs.
And she threw everything at that one, Janelia Glasgow. 3 runs shy of a half century, 1 run short of 100 for the team score.
Wilmot pitched up. She swings, misses. That's the end of the innings. And it ended up on 99 for 7. Glasgow remains 47 not out from 37 deliveries. Windward Islands 99 for 7. Your thoughts, Stacey?
Yeah, Windward Islands, yes, they lost that early wicket, but that over from Onisha Fonte, she took Stephanie Taylor for 15 runs. But it certainly sprung the Windward Islands team to life, given the way she attacked that over. But then thereafter, because of the number of dot deliveries that they faced, put some pressure on the middle order. After Fletcher fell, but really good control, good gatekeeping from skipper Janelia Glasgow tonight to get them up to 99 runs. She controlled and managed that part of the innings very well. So I must say, job well done to her. Now over to Windward Islands with ball in hand. See how well they can restrict Jamaica from getting up to 100 runs.
Well, 100 to get. As it started, it struck down the ground pretty early. First boundary after a few dot deliveries. Went flying. And Taylor got the better of the new batter. She went caught and bowl. Strike early after a few dot deliveries again. It was Taylor again. 2 covers. Running down to the fence for 4. She tried, but she didn't catch it. Went into the fence for 4. So good batting there. It was Taylor again. Sweeping. A very good over she had there. Down to the square leg boundary for 4 more. So taking some runs off for Taylor's over there. And there was Fontaine again, smashing that over mid-wicket. A big shot that was for 6. That's the biggest over for the innings. Then it was a brilliant catch at mid-wicket. She was hit with some power. But a brilliant catch there by Barr at short mid-wicket to dismiss her. It was Fontaine again. She bowled straight. And all our misery went flying when those bails went off. And again, here comes Glasgow. A brilliant shot through the covers to open our count. Beautiful shot that was. It was joined by Fletcher. Stroked a lovely ball over the covers and got caught. She didn't spend any time. Those were the senior players. She went back to the pavilion. It was a full toss again. Glasgow punishing that through covers again for 4. So good batting there by Glasgow. Led the way all the way. This one was bowled straight. Struck the off stump. Wicket goes. One was cut again by Glasgow. She had the wit and dealt with it accordingly for 4. Then she was caught easy as Sunday morning. Didn't trouble the scorers really. And she went back. Glasgow was still there. There was she, punching the through covers. She's calling for one big, mad, big misfield there. Went through the hands of the fielder. 4 runs contributing to the score for the Windwards. Another one from Glasgow into the fence for 4. There she is again, still on it. And she played it neatly down to third man with some finesse for 4 more. And there's Wilmot to her, trying to get the strike. Glasgow She wasn't aware, pulled the bails off as Wilmot. She lost the wicket through the run-out route at a 31 partnership between both of them, and the score ends up on 99 for 7. We'll be back to bring you the second half of this game, Windward versus Jamaica. Welcome back to Honnesville, and we are here with the final half of this Windward Islands versus Jamaica. Jamaica needs to get 100 runs to put their first win on the board and to put some points, needed points on the board as well. Windward Islands had their time at the crease. They scored 99. Brilliant effort from Glasgow, the captain, unbeaten 147. With me is Rajiv Roberts. Rajiv Roberts, your impressions on the innings that has just gone by?
Yeah, 100 from 120 legal deliveries, Martin. Windward Islands definitely might be causing an upset here. And importantly, they get a score of 99, which 100 to win for the Jamaicans. Both teams has been struggling throughout the tournament, as we know. Both teams are winless so far, but somebody's definitely going to walk away with a win here tonight, Martin.
Here, Glasgow, the usual self, opening the bowling. Has a lot of work to do in this Windward team, under the key batters and bowlers. But what would be key for the Windwards if they are to win this game tonight? What are the things that you're looking forward for them to do well?
Well, it's important in the power play. You picked up Wicket and restrict Jamaica as low as possible in the power play. Remember, we have 6 overs of power play, so picking up 3-4 wickets in the power play, especially of the bat of Nation and Williams, if you get those two and Taylor with the likes to come, they will be good for the Windward Islands.
Well, Glasgow has the ball in her hand. She did well with the bat. Jamaica already on the board, one without loss. It's Nation and Williams who's doing battle here for Jamaica. So it'll be a pretty good game. 2 teams at the bottom of the table looking for their first win in this tournament. Somebody would win, somebody would lose. Who would it be? Jamaica needs to get 100. This one is played sweetly back past the bowler. It's rushing down to the boundary. Full face of the bat. Well played. Lovely shot that is. That looks sweet coming off the bat there. 4 runs to Nation.
The fielder is Afi Fletcher. And if she cannot get across the Janila is bowling, I don't think no one else will get across them.
Yeah, that was well timed, well placed by Nation. Full face of the bat, correct. Passes the bowler. Placed in the gap into the fence of 4. Good start here by Nation. Jamaica 5 without loss. Glasgow with the ball in hand. Plenty of work to do in this team. She's captain tonight as well. One is just on the leg. There's an appeal. Not too sure if it came off the pads, but there was a vicious appeal from Glasgow, thinking it probably came off the glove, but not how says the umpire.
Jamaica 5 without loss in the first over. 100 for victory. 100, Martin, is long way from here.
Well, based on how this tournament has been played, 100 is a huge hill to climb. You have to be very fit to get up that hill in this tournament. Both teams have shown tendency of not being able to get to those marks in this tournament. But one of them has gotten to a 99. Jamaica need to get to 100 to say I'm in a better shape than you are, Windwards. Glasgow with a final delivery in the first over. Shot outside the off stump into the keeper's glove. That brings you over to an end. It's 5 without loss. Jamaica in reply to Windward's 99. So in the first half, Glasgow got 47 from 37. Pontin 21 from 18 and 11 from 27. Watts got 1 for 8, 1 for 19 Wilmot, and Taylor, she got 1 for 27. Presently, we have 5 without loss, and it seems to be having some issues here is Nation. Probably not 100%. These are the things that normally happens after game number 2 and 3. The wear and tear of this game. As I said, Nation been in this cricket for more than a decade now. So there must be some wear and tear on that body after playing for so long. Yeah, you think some of these players are pensionable, Rafi? Nation should be able to give them something from the coffers after playing cricket for so long.
Yeah, I should things will give back to her wherever she's from in Jamaica.
Just saying. You've dedicated your whole life playing cricket for your country, and after you have to survive on your own. You know, that's how it is. I think those are things that you have to look at as well. The wear and tear. Things should be put in place, but somebody would say you must manage your monies properly as well as a player. This one is lovely. True backward point. Into the fence for 4. Williams off the mark in fine style.
The bowler is Karina Noel. And that's how the Jamaicans welcome Karina with the ball.
Really lovely shot. Place it in the gap. Ball just stands up and he just punches it. Purchase the wicket, and also you get your value for your shots here in Arnisville. Once it goes past that infield, the race is on. 9 without loss, Jamaica. Positive start it is to this total. Again, punch through. Misfield there at backward point. She's looking for 2. Don't think she would get it. But those fundamental mistakes keep happening to all teams. Players just running through the legs. Giving away an easy single. It's 10 without loss. This is a good start for Jamaica.
Good start for Jamaica, not so good for the Windward Islands. In the second over, Jamaicans already up 10 runs. Still 4 legal deliveries remaining in this over of Karina Noel. And that one slashes Martin.
When it's up, you go hard. She did that. Nation seems to be limping somewhat. So she's going to throw the kitchen sink after those deliveries. 4 more runs.
Yeah, I picked up the limpings in her bowling spell as well earlier on. And she decides she's going to bat for her nation.
Nation is carrying out Nation on her back. Probably not 100% tonight. Well, she's not. But they have rushed up to 14. Jamaica. Current run rate is 9.33. And they need 86 runs in 111 deliveries. Required run rate is 4.65. Oh, how they would love to keep this up for a few overs.
Yeah, the power play is very important for both teams. And while it is good for Windward Island, Jamaica don't want to let them in.
Oh, trouble here, trouble here. Oh, she gets back, Williams. Was played to mid-wicket. She took off like a jet plane, looking to land somewhere. And she got back into a crease. Nation wasn't interested in that either. She got back in with some good feeling there at mid-wicket. This one is hit. Down to fine leg. Swept it. 4 more runs to her. 4 more runs to Jamaica. Nation is having a good time here, even though she's feeling pain. 18 without loss. We're into over number 2. And she's going the distance here, Noel.
Very good going for Jamaica, as I mentioned earlier. Nation 12 from 8, Williams 6 from 3, and they still have the likes of Ross. And what I observed from the Windward Island, the bowlers of Glasgow and Noel from both ends, compared to the other games that they play, we saw Ross and others. The Windward Island definitely tried a lot of things, Martin.
Yeah, they have not stuck to their game and their game plans. They have tried a few things, while the other teams have stuck to a plan. Bowlers bowl in a particular era. They have changed a couple of things. So, just to let you know what went on prior. 99 for 7, 47 Glasgow, 21 Fountain, Edwards 11, 1 for 8 Watts, 1 for 19 Wilmot, and Taylor got 1 for 27. At present, Jamaica are 18 without loss. Need another 82 from 108 deliveries. Nation is 12 from 9 and Williams is 6 from 3. So good start. Wicket had run with his 4.56. They are scoring way above that now. They would love to have that for a couple of overs as we see Nation getting some attention here. So, Williams. Glasgow is done as well. So the Fiji is on for both teams. And that tells you the wear and tear that they have gone through. This is 4th round. And we still have the 50 overs to go. Wondering if some of these players would be able to make it through another session. Another format, really. And really what the Windwards need to do is get all the wickets. They have not gotten a wicket as yet, but Jamaica, for them to do well tonight, they have to get a very good start, and they have started out very well. Scored 18 runs in the first 12 deliveries in between Nation and Williams. Excellent start. Pretty good conditions for play. A nice little crowd out tonight as well on Monday night. Faithful here. Have just about 100 or so spectators in the ground. It's the staff and the players. Nice cool conditions. The lights are on. Arnisville, picturesque Arnisville. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, home of the blessed. They have never come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's a time to do so. Welcoming faces, lovely beaches, the Grenadine Islands. Actually had some iguana for lunch today. You were eating, I had some iguana today. Nice and tasty. The wildlife. So many things to do here in this little island. The greenery, forested areas, nature trails, Falls of Balan, Young Island, Beckway, Canoan, Musty, all those islands. Ovia Salt Pond, overlooking Belmont, the valley. Also have, as we said, the nature trails down in Vermont. We have Darkview Falls, the volcano, Lasso Frey, you have the trails, the hike. So many things. As those players get attention, it seems as though Nation has been taken off and somebody has replaced her. Probably can't make it. So she's out. She's gone with the physiotherapist. The game continues and she's been replaced. She retired hurt for Jamaica. That's bad news for Jamaica. She got them off to a wonderful start. She was 12 from 9. But the pain has gotten the better of her. And it's now Williams on strike. My batting partner would let you know it's Glasgow. Oh, this is a good delivery. It's a loud appeal. That's how it says the umpire. Probably just getting a little bit too much height on that one. There's Bryce, who have replaced Nation. See that again? Yeah, it's just height and just probably going down the leg somewhat. They'll have a lot of movements going in, coming into the batter as well. So a lot of things to consider there, the umpire. Glasgow to Williams. This one is short and punch backward point. Nobody stopping that one. Gets around, yeah, good running. Brilliant. Thought that one have gone. But she got around in time and pull it back just in front of the ropes. So 2 more runs. So Jamaica keeps scoring here. Really good feeling there. Thought that one had gone. She just in the picture, just in time. Pitched up, driven back past Glasgow. Finds the field at mid-off. Sheeda Williams, she's 7 from 5. Bryce is 1.
I'm wondering here, Martin, if this will be a setback for the Jamaicans. Seeing the likes of Nation have to be walked off with the physio.
Yeah, would be Nation, full of experience, one of the better batters for Jamaica. She loves to start the innings, really. She have a array of shots. And she loves to play in the power play. She's a free-flowing batter. But as I said, the pain and the injury got the better of her. And not forgetting Stephanie Taylor in the middle. She had some good scores, but just ran out of partners and time at times. So she's still there. This one is driven past Glasgow. No catching that one. Too full. And dealt with. 4 runs.
Good going for Jamaica. Beautiful shot. Straight down. Really, really good shot. Not even the quickest of feeler to get that of Afi Fletcher. Any other. Score is 24. Out loss.
Smart cricket. Just dropping it and calling for a single. On top of their game, Jamaica. They know what is required of them. They have gotten the better of the Windward Islands in their last 3 encounters. So they want to keep that 100% record going. They are 25 without loss. Nation has gone back to get some treatment from the physio. Hopefully there won't be any more injuries in this game. We're into the 4th round of this T20 tournament held there in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Martin is even Steven here for 3 overs. The Windward Islands were 22 for 1. The 3 overs. Jamaica 25 without loss.
And this is when Fontaine had that big over. Went for 15. After that, nobody really challenged the bowlers. You have a change in bowling here. Gasper comes on. Lucia. They'll be trying to slow down things here for the Jamaicans. Remember, we still allowed only 2 players outside of the circle. She starts with a full toss. Got away with that. Gasper. Better delivery, punch to covers. She's calling for 1. Hustling. Picks it up. Oh, back throw here, hitting Fontaine on the inner portion of the leg. And Jamaica have scampered for another single. There. So she didn't catch it cleanly. Squeeze into the legs. Punch there first. Picked up and throw. Oh, just a little bubble. They got the extra run. Going into the keeper. Fontaine just feeling a little pain in the inner thigh. And another run offered. This time is flighted nicely. Gasper has her own unique way of bowling. Carries that hand over twice before delivering. This one is flighted, full toss. Trying to go over the top. Almost carried to the, hitting that one to the fielder in mid-off, which is nowhere. Just waiting. Williams. Gasper. Flighted delivery. Punching the 2 covers. Beats them. Will it get enough legs? It has enough legs to go to the fence. It does. No one outside of the circle there. 4 more runs. 27 without loss, Jamaica. Going great guns here.
I think a better effort was needed there. Yeah, better effort was needed there. Jamaica is going along nicely. 31 without loss. Retire hot is Nation. At the crease is Williams 18 from 13 and Bryce 1 from 1. Gasper for her final delivery of her first over. Quick single taken. Bring the score to 32 after 4 overs.
Well, one of the better efforts you have seen in the power play so far from Jamaica. They are 32 without loss into over number 4, into the 5th one. So a very positive start here. Scoring at 8. Required rate is 4.25. Jamaica need another 68. From just about 98 deliveries. Did I get that right? Yes, I think I did. 96 deliveries. So it's Williams and Bryce doing battle here for Jamaica. A change of bowling from the southern end. Fletcher comes on to the attack in the 5th over. Immediately she hits that line and length. Just on middle and off.
Martin, this is something that we saw throughout the tournament of Afri Fletcher coming on either the 5th or the 6th over. And I think teams are aware of that.
Yeah, she does get a breakthrough though. From the inception, she does get a breakthrough pretty early. And then she bowls 2 overs and she's pulled out of the attack and then brought back later on. Not too sure if that would be done tonight. It's 32 without loss. They're looking for that breakthrough. It's a good bowling by Fletcher. 3 dot deliveries in a row. No extra deliveries to be bowled. Third man, backward point, cover, short extra cover, mid off, mid on. Mid wicket, deep mid wicket and deep square leg. Dead ball signal by the umpire. It is a really good start here by Jamaica. Fletcher down the leg, bad line delivery. It has been chased here. Will she pull it back? She does, just in front of the boundary. She pulls that one back. So 2 more runs, wide signal by the umpire. But a bad line delivery by Fletcher, something that we don't see too often from her. It's pretty much consistent. Afi Fletcher, 2 wides been run, and the extra one for that delivery has to be bowled over. Probably trying to look for too much. That one almost sneaked in between bat and pad. Probably looking for that turn. Didn't get it in that delivery before. That's a better line and length. Williams finding it difficult. Against the leg spin of Fletcher. Flighted. Oh, this is trouble. Flighted delivery. Struck somebody on the pad. There. Was sitting outside the leg. Keeper reacted. But she got back in time. Williams. So Fletcher causing trouble immediately as she was introduced. Looking for that breakthrough for Windward Islands. 35 without loss. You have turned to Fletcher Hub, their big bowler, to do so. It's a good over here by Fletcher, really. In the 5th over. Score remains on 35. The 5 overs completed. Jamaica 35 without loss. 1 over for the power play to be completed. So it's Gaspar who continued bowling here for the Windwards. bowled the first over for 7. She continues with this special action and comes over twice before delivering. Sneaky single win taken by the Jamaicans. Final over of the power play. Welcome back, Stacey.
Hello, Kenroy. Hello, everyone.
Oh, they went to eat some pork a while ago.
Certainly not.
This one is outside the off stump. There's a sweeper in position. Only will get one.
Yeah, Abigail Bryce has shown a lot of intent since she has come back into this 11 for Jamaica. Missed the first game.
Trying to make room there to pull it through the onside. Is Bryce. Gasper continues to suffocate the Jamaicans. This time she hits it to backward point. Finds a sweeper in the way again. So good bowling here by Gasper to her field. Not giving away those bongy balls, period. Keeping it nice and tight. 38.
Yeah, I notice now they're just hanging on the back foot and waiting for it to land for Gasper. These two Jamaicans. That time she's forward. But Rashada Williams, you talk about a favorite team that she'd like to play. Windward Islands will certainly be up there. The last 4 innings.
This
helps.
time is a full toss. Finds that fielder Glasgow. Who patrols the boundary most of the time.
Yeah, prior to this match, that over comes to an end. I'll continue after this 6 overs bowl. Jamaica in a healthy position, 39 without loss.
Yeah, one of the better power plays you have seen in the tournament so far. 39 runs from that power play. Glasgow 2 for 12. Noel 1 for 13. And the current run rate is 6.50 and the required run rate is 4.36. Jamaica needs another 61 runs from 84 deliveries. Williams and Bryce at the crease.
Yeah, just to continue on Rashada Williams versus this opposition in Windward Islands as Affie Fletcher comes in to bowl to her. It's a loud appeal. Umpire nods his head. Not in the affirmative. But prior to this match, the last 4 times these teams met, Rashada Williams has amassed a total of 119 runs against Windward Islands. 52, 41, 25 and 1 run. So seems to be a favorite opposition to bat against. And she's looking like a key player in this matchup already. Yes, of course, Stephanie Taylor is yet to come. Jamaica still also in a healthy position to take this game.
Yeah, she's not phased. Was some good bowling here by Fletcher, keeping things tight for Windwards. Not giving away anything. Oh, this one is striking her. It didn't get up. She pitched it on the middle stump. She was struggling to get on that front foot. And Fletcher has strike as she normally does. And she has picked the first cherry for Windwards. It's 39 for 1.
Yeah, had a good start, Rashada Williams. Ill-advised though. On the back foot to Affie Fletcher. Once you missed that was struck in plumb in front. Umpire had no qualms about raising his finger in the affirmative that time. And it's such a big wicket to get now. Rashada Williams, Shadi Nation already back in the hut due to injury. Not sure if we'll see her taking any part of the game for the rest of the game tonight. But Stephanie Taylor, another important wicket for Jamaica in this contest, given that they are so top order heavy, Jamaica, in this tournament.
Yeah, that top off have not really fired for Jamaica as yet. Nation getting a good start, but had to retire because of injury, not feeling well. And Williams was just caught on the crease there. Bowl Fletcher, LBW. Jamaica have lost their first wicket, 39 for 1. That brings a big Taylor into the wicket. Oh, what a wicket to have here now. So we're matching up seniority to seniority. International to international. So Stephanie Taylor should be facing up to Affie Fletcher. So 2 senior players. good combination here, matchup. If you're talking about matching up bowler against batter, Taylor versus Fletcher.
Yeah, they'll dearly love to go back to back here now, Windward Islands.
First delivery squeezed down to third man. She goes for one, she's coming back for two. It's a good one in between these two.
Nice open blade there from Stephanie Taylor to get off the mark. It was full and she squeezed it between point and short third.
So Taylor is immediately off the mark. And she's punching to backward point. I don't think anybody's catching that one. Short delivery outside the or something by Fletcher. And Taylor is in such good form. She just punches it to backward point for four. Lovely shot.
Yeah, top class shot from a top class batter. Exquisitely placed and timed through that gap on the back foot. Just marginally short from Afi Fletcher. Cannot bowl that length to a batter of that class in Stephanie Taylor.
Yeah, they would need her to bat as long as possible tonight. In this innings, carry her bat. This one is pitched on the leg stump. He's looking to turn it. Leg by signal by the umpire. So a really good solid start here for Jamaica. They have just gotten to 46 for one. Completion of over number sevens. With a pretty good solid start here for Jamaica, Stacey.
Yes, indeed. Rashada Williams getting one of our better starts in this tournament so far in terms of her strike rate, 21 of 25 when she was dismissed. So getting off to such a fiery start, she did nation as well before she went off to injury. And Abigail Bryce, although she has only faced 4 deliveries, she's managed to score 3 off of that. So not looking to face a number of dots so far, the Jamaicans. And that's important when you're chasing a low total.
Well, this will be Gasper who continues. She has 2 for 11 so far. One again is punch who covers. Seems to be a favorite of Taylor. She wants a second. Her partner is not interested. She's whispering to her partner. You got to run the first one hard. Prepare for the next one, just in case of any mistakes. Basic cricket. .53 needed for Jamaica. Shot and pulled. Would she get it? Would she get it? She does. Oh, she misses it. It goes through the hands. What a brilliant save by Janila Glasgow. She was pedaling back. She was halfway inside. If she was all the way on the boundary, that would have been an easy catch. But she was halfway inside of it. But she made a brilliant effort to get it. As you could see on the screen, there she was pedaling back, trying to get it. Goes through the hands. But a brilliant save from her. And she actually saved at least 2 runs.
Yeah, it would have been another good wicket for Windward Islands if she was able to hold on to that one. Misjudged it really, Glasgow.
Again,
Awesome.
that is teasing, flighting, covers. Another 2. Really, she was really back on the boundary. That would have been an easy catch for Glasgow. She was like 3/4 in. Would have been an easy catch, but 2 easy runs to her. 51 for 1. Bryson strike. Just turns it nicely to fine leg. Smart batting. Not looking to clear the boundary this time. Picks up a single, bring Taylor on strike.
Yeah, the approach has been good to Gasper from the Jamaicans. It's either they come at her or they hang back on the back foot and just wait on it to slowly turn. We've seen some slow turn of the surface today. Not prodigious by any means, but just slow enough, and you're getting that bounce as well. So you can hang back, wait for it to turn, and then pick your gap I think the Jamaicans have done that well tonight.
Yeah, Gaspar is pretty slow through the air as well. So you have time to see it and adjust. He's not one of the bowlers who really comes through. This one is punched down to mid-on. With some power but stopped. That brings you over to an end. 52 for 1, Jamaica. When you apply to Windward Islands 99 for 7. They need to get to 100 tonight. And at the crease is Williams on 21. Sorry, she was out for 21. And Bryce is still there with Taylor. She has 7. Need another 46 runs, 48 runs to bring them to victory. As Fletcher picks up her first wicket and tries to bowl a third over here. She's a big scalp here of Taylor. Would be very important for Windwards. They have to look out. To get Taylor now would be excellent for Windwards. 52 for 1.
Taylor has been slowly coming back into her best form in this tournament. That game versus Guyana looked unsung to go on.
And stroke nicely down to mid-on for a single. Keep going.
Yeah, looked unsung to go on to score something big in that game. Unfortunately, she was run out, and she started in that same vein tonight.
So just easy single for the taking here. Windwards have to be very careful about this. Can't allow the Jamaicans to just run easy singles like that. There's not enough runs on the board to be giving away those singles like that. $54 for 1. He's appealing, but I always pitch outside the leg from my vantage point.
Yeah, an ambitious appeal there from Nafi Fletcher. Certainly heading down. Love to see the replay on that. Still not pleased by the decision of the umpire. Perhaps maybe saying Abigail Bryce came across her stump a bit, but from where we're sitting, looks as if he was heading down leg.
She's hammering it over mid-on. 1, 2, the fielder is coming around. Oh, Glasgow, she misfields. But backed up nicely there by Ross, who fires a throw in. So 2 more runs to Jamaica, 2 more runs to Bryce.
Yeah, the attitude of Bryce. It's a lot to admire from the young lady. Her approach in these matches.
Again, she's stroking it through mid-on.
Has an array of shots and has shown some growth in hitting the ball down the ground as well. Abigail Bryce, so certainly showing off what the work that she has been doing off season. It's looking good so far, Bryce.
Presenting the full face of the bat there. Looks good. Being it straight down the ground. Singles are coming at will. Yeah, so that brings you over to an end. After 9 overs, you're 58 for 1. Bryce not out on 12 and Taylor not out on 9. Before that, we had Williams. She was LBW Fletcher for 21. And Nation retired hurt for 12. Jamaica needs another 42. So Gaspar continues. She has 3 for 17. He's going to finish her spell here. Go deep into the night. Lighted delivery. Very slow through the air. Teasing, testing. Is Gaspar. Reminds me of Walford Ambris. Just not throwing it as high as he normally does. This one's a short one and pulled down to mid-on. That was a long hop, really. And people like Taylor would not miss out on those short of deliveries.
Yeah, certainly not. Far too short. Use of the feet by the experienced Stephanie Taylor to get much closer to it. And with no longer on in play. There's always going to be a challenge for Janelia Glasgow to get around to stop that.
Yeah, she's very slow through the air. So you have enough time to adjust and play your shots. And Taylor did just that. Pulling it through mid-on for 4. And just like that again, another single is on offer. Yeah. In fact, she runs too.
Yeah, good alertness from these two batters. Realizing that the fielder is slow to the ball and they are quick enough, they're able to come through for a second.
Jamaica just sneaking up on the Windwards here. Slow again, backward point. She calls for one, another single on hand. So the singles are coming at will. As we get to the middle of this game, they are 65 for 1, really well poised. In a good position here, Jamaica. Taylor on 16, Bryce on 12.
They're looking to always keep the scoreboard ticking, these two batters. Something that the Windward Islands missed early on in the first half of their 10 overs. Had a number of dots in that first 10 overs. Seeing big efforts, and there again to minimize the amount of dot balls that they face. At the end of 10, Jamaica women 66 for 1.
Well, it's 10 overs and they would take a break here, get some water. We'll take a break here as well in the studios. And when we return, Rajiv Roberts and Station will take you through to the other half. And a very important game here. Well poised, 66 for 1. Jamaica looking for a target of 100. They need another 34 runs to win in 10 overs.
Welcome back here to Arnisville playing field. And we are in the second half of the final match for tonight. Windward Islands taking on Jamaica. Jamaica need 34 from 10 overs. The Windward Island need to pick up 9 wickets if they are to be victorious in this encounter. With ball in hand for Windward Islands is Selena Ross. At the wicket is Stephanie Taylor and Bryce. Bryce on 13 from 13. Taylor 16 from 12. The Jamaicans continue to pick up singles here. And it's important that they eliminate the dot balls percentage. And they have been doing that well. The Windward Island made a 99 for 7. Jamaica need 100 for victory. And cruising nicely at 67 for 1. Wide down the leg side by Selena Ross. First 8 over of this encounter. Really and truly happy to see few spectators out tonight. Another single taken there. 68 for 1. Welcome back, Stacey Ann.
Yeah, hello to you, Rajiv. Hello to all the viewers. Jamaica in pole position to take this match. Bottom of the table clash. Jamaica came into this match with 2 points. Windward Islands with 3.
No risk, just picking up the singles, the Jamaicans, and they're doing it very easily, Stacey, and eliminating the dot balls so far percentage in this encounter between the Windwards and themselves.
Yeah, it's something that they should be pleased with, Jamaica. So far, anyway.
$70 for 1 in over number 11. Ball in hand for the Windward Islands. Ross.
Yeah, good stuff from Selena Ross. Her last 2 deliveries were bang on target. Hasn't started the tournament well, Ross. Well, a number of wides was dropped previously. The previous encounter, rather. Certainly has the ability and the class. Had a decent enough start to this over.
Well, what I must say, from her previous game that she played, I am happy with her first over. Only 1 extra of that over, as over number 11 complete, 71 for 1. Jamaica still in need of 29 for victory. The Windward Island, if they are to win this game, they need to restrict the Jamaicans or try to pick up all 9 wickets.
Yeah, a lot to do, big job to do. If they are to pick up 10 wickets in this match, just 1 wicket going down, and Taylor and Abigail Bryce, they look very set at the wicket. Going to their options, other options now. Windward Islands and Beanie St. John picked up 2 wickets in that match versus Barbados. Lack consistency, but certainly a wicket taker, Abini. You'd expect that as well from a leg spinner, especially a young person now learning their craft. Well, when she lands it like that, hitting the spot, almost unplayable. A good start here from Abini.
Would love to see Maki go a bit more to her left, Stacey Ann.
Follows it up with fuller delivery. Stephanie Taylor just stroking that one down the ground. No need to take on the bowler, already in a decent position. It's all about getting a hit now. Of course, there is that 50 over tournament to come right after this one. This T20 Blaze tournament. This one is hit high in the air. Holly-Ann Charles is getting close to it. She misreads the spin, goes the other direction, and is beaten, and it crashes into the boundary.
Another 4 to Jamaica, another boundary to Jamaica, 76 for 1. Jamaica is definitely cruising on nicely.
And that one was wide. It kept going away from her. Wasn't in a great deal of control, Abigail Bryce. That time in much more control. Amia Gilbert gives chase, but she has to give it up. So back-to-back boundaries now. Much better shot there. Placement timing as well from Abigail Bryce. She has really looked the part in this tournament.
But going for Jamaica, still need 20. The likes of Stephanie Taylor at the crease and Bryce batting the way she's batting. This could definitely be over in a jiffy.
This one is a full toss. It's played out to Janila Glasgow, who has a repeat. This time she holds on to it. A chance to repeat her effort on the boundary. A touch too late, you might say. But nonetheless, full toss picks up a wicket. I think they were asking the question of whether it was a no ball, but the umpire just indicating that it dipped on the way to the batter.
Yeah, definitely good catch there by Glasgow, leading from the front, setting examples so the others can follow. Good wicket there as well for Abini. Jamaica still in need of 20 runs from all 8 overs. Outgoing batter of Bryce, 23 from 19. Still at the wicket is Stephanie Taylor, 19 from 18.
Yeah, I was looking at that pocket that Janila Glasgow took that catch today. Particularly in that game, Trinidad and Tobago versus Guyana. Janaba Joseph was able to take a number of catches on that boundary. Full tosses hit in the air, and because of the wind factor, because of that swirling breeze blowing in the opposite direction, it's always going to hold up. It's always going to be a challenge to clear that side of the boundary. Nice, really nice from Stephanie Taylor. Some football skills there from Ashlyn. Keeps it from crashing into the boundary, and they pick up 2.
When you get partnership like these, the partnership lasted for 41 between Bryce and Taylor. It is definitely what you want to see for the tournament.
Yeah, and I'll continue on that point about those fuller deliveries being hit in the air in that direction. It's looking to pull that one. Albert Gasper is there, keeps it to 1. I saw, I think, either Latoya Williams or Lorene Williams. She got a full delivery, very full. And that was such a good shot because she played it along the ground, along the carpet, pulled it along the carpet and bisected the fielders on the boundary and picked up 4. And I was thinking to myself, a number of those deliveries, had they decided to keep it down, those batters perhaps would have still been batting. And that's something that you have to pay attention to with the wind factor. Take your chances on the ground. The other side, you can look to go big. The wind might just take it over. And she's gone now, Bryce. Krishana McKenzie to face her first. Plays that one a bit uppishly, but no one close by to take a catch.
Good going so far by both teams. I could basically say here, even Steven, no. 17 are needed from 7.3 overs. Jamaica definitely have this one in the bag. But Windward Island still, if they need to be in this game, they need to pick up wicket here and now.
Yeah, so what you're saying, it's now or never, Ruffy? Sorry, call you by your nickname. Better known as DJ Ruffy here in these parts of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I have to hire you for any gig that I have. Please give me your card at the end of this match.
I think I'm going to take off the DJ for now. So Ruffy is fine.
Nice open face of the bat again once more from Stephanie Taylor.
Now this is where I think Selena Ross should have been in the previous games that she played. Instead of putting her to open and with only the fielding restriction, this is just good for her. She haven't gone for boundary. One extra so far in her spell. She's into her second over. Beautiful.
Very full delivery that wasn't put away there from Christiana McKenzie. Completes the over as well. 3 runs coming from it. Jamaica 85 for 2. Yeah, and with the 50 over tournament to come in a matter of 3 days after the completion of this T20 Blaze tournament, a number of the teams need to get their plans right, get their bowlers in the game. Because yes, this tournament have already slipped away, you definitely see, from the Windward Islands, Jamaica as well, Barbados, Leeward Islands, formerly in competition to perhaps go on to play in that final. Yes, Trinidad and Tobago had a good win today, which I'm sure saw them shooting up to the table. There's still a lot to play for that in that last round of competition. Some teams will be hoping that some games go in their favor for the opposition, and by way of picking up as many bonus points as they can along with the win, to perhaps see them getting up the table. Yeah, but for now, Jamaica trying to get their first win of the tournament. Stephanie Taylor stand there like a rock, trying to get them to that first victory.
Beautiful ball again by Abini.
Yeah, nice loop, nice drift away from the right-handed batter as well.
3 consecutive dot ball to Stephanie Taylor, the hard-hitting Stephanie Taylor, who looking to finish this as quickly as possible.
Yeah, a bit more width offered on that occasion, and Taylor just standing deep in her crease to access it, knowing that she can trust the bunks. Gets a single and get McKenzie on strike. Teams lingering at the bottom of the table can now look to see the bowlers that they can rely on for that 50 over format, and the positions that they can look to bring those bowlers in. And you were saying that you believe that Ross should perhaps come as a second change option instead of opening the bowling. I think because perhaps a bit of confidence is lacking because of the way she started, and the ball isn't as new as it is. Yes, her control was much better. Perhaps finding back that confidence, Selena. But she is someone that swings the ball. And when she's having a good day, this one played nicely into the gap. They sneak a single. She can really move that new ball for you. It's just a matter of building that confidence. And that little spell that she's in the middle of, or this little spell, if she gets to continue, can only go so far to building her confidence.
At the end of 14 overs, the score is 87 for 2. Mackenzie 1 from 5. Taylor is 23 from 25. Jamaica still in need of 13 runs from 36 deliveries. Sailing smoothly is the Jamaicans. Back with ball in hand is Afi Fletcher. Fletcher will be bowling to Mackenzie. Beautiful delivery there. Jamaica still able to sneak a single.
Yeah, nice flight by Fletcher. Good pace as well, just slowing it down a lot to the left-handed batter. And beats her between bat and pad, but just lucky enough to get an edge onto that one, Krishana McKenzie.
Windward Island to make sure they get in their field placement right. Another single there for Jamaica. Still in need of 11 for victory. Afi Fletcher is trying to get a wicket here, especially the wicket off of Stephanie Taylor. Retire hurt is a nation.
Again, almost getting through Mackenzie. Almost a foregone conclusion now as to who is going to win this game. Still Mackenzie look to finish well, stay and bat along with the experience of Stephanie Taylor. Windward Islands, of course, still searching perhaps to get another wicket or two.
Well, the partnership is going good. 10 run partnership so far between Stephanie Taylor and Mackenzie. Sneaking another single. Stephanie Taylor is looking for a second. Really good going by the Jamaicans, Stacey Ann. Picking up singles very, very often is what we haven't seen a lot in the tournament.
Yeah, one might term that a simple cricket, easy cricket. The singles are there on offer. Take them. The run rate required is below 2. So no need to play any sort of expansive shots and get out at this point in time. So definitely, it's been wonderful from Jamaica in terms of the two halves of the game played so far. 91 for 2 at the end of 15.
"91 for 2, Jamaica require another 9 runs for victory, down to single digits. Afi Fletcher 4 overs for 1 wicket. With ball in hand is Abini St. John into her 3rd over. 1 for 11 so far. Very good take there by the wicket keeper. By this call, by the umpire. as you rightly said, if she put it in those good areas, she will definitely get that kind of turn, and that was some turn and a half there.
Yeah, and it kept low as well. I was quite surprised by that. One a bit too full that time. Use of the feet by the experienced Stephanie Taylor. Gets them 1 run closer to victory.
(93-42) is Jamaica.
Unable to find her line to the left-handed batter. Previously bowling to the right, couldn't make the correction quickly enough. So they do get a wide and a single as well. In fact, he didn't signal wide, perhaps a bit too close to the line. She got some bat onto it.
Five runs required for the Jamaicans to get their first victory in this tournament of the CG Cricket West Indies Women's T20 Blaze here at Arnisvale, St. Vincent. Beautiful delivery there again by Abini. Partnership of 15 is doing it for Jamaica from 23 deliveries. And she could be gone. The previous delivery spun Stacey Ann. This one did the same thing. Stephanie Taylor saw that delivery, got kept low, and spun sharply. Try to get off the strike and never go back on strike. And this is another wicket here for Windward Island.
Yeah, she is a wicket taker. Beanie picks up another one to add to her tally. Now up to 4 in this tournament. So Krishana McKenzie, a solid enough partnership to get them down to single figures for victory. But she has to go back.
Well, we have seen some low scores in the tournament. We have seen some slides in the tournament as well. So I hope with 5 runs needed, we can see a slide here from the Jamaicans. But with the likes of Taylor there and Wilmot now to join her, Jamaica still need 5 runs from 4 overs.
Stranger things have happened in cricket, but 5 runs to get a set Stephanie Taylor there. Now about to be on strike as well. A lot to do from Windward Island's perspective. Just 3 wickets gone down. We have all of 7 wickets to play with Jamaica.
The ball in hand for the Windward Islands is Janila Glasgow. 2 overs so far, 12 runs. Gonna bowl hard third. Jamaica need 5 runs for victory. The Windward Islands still need 7 wickets if they are to win this encounter. Lovely shot for Nuff. Well stopped there by Gilbert.
Yeah, she has thrived on that line for the entire night, really. They bowled a lot of wider deliveries to her. Even those marginally wide, she's able to get her hands through it and score. Yeah, much too wide that time from Janila Glasgow.
But Stacey, Jamaica is just one hit away now from being victorious, winning their first game. And I know Stephanie Taylor would not want to carry on this much longer beyond this over.
Yeah, she also wouldn't want to lose her wicket in searching to get a big hit, perhaps to get those 4 runs. She'll want to see it through, carry her bat for the team. Sneak in a quick single. A quicker attempt to get that ball, and perhaps you would have seen the end of Kate Wilmot. There was a run out between these two last night. Kate Wilmot perhaps looking a bit anxious to get down to the other end. Didn't set off right away. Yes, Saturday night, I beg your pardon. Not like it. The games are coming so quick and fast. Feel like it was just last night.
Now, these are the types of conversations I like to see between batters. You only need 3 runs from 3.4 overs. Have a conversation with your batter. You do not want to lose a wicket here, but the Windward Islands will be thinking different.
But it was short, it's in the air. She went at it. It just evades Afi Fletcher. Running back to try and take a catch. So, calculated risk there from young Kate Wilmot. The field is up, decided to go up and over, and manages to get it past Afi to pick up 2. 1 run now for victory from Jamaica. For Jamaica.
Scores are level. Stephanie Taylor 28 from 32. Wilmot 2 from 1. Can she finish it for Jamaica? 1 run needed for victory. Another dot ball.
Yeah, continues to go short to Wilmot, realizing that she's going to take it on, perhaps hoping for a top edge. Already seen one, but managed to get over Afi Fletcher. The field is up. No one anywhere on any, all fielders in the circle. So one is high, it's in the air. Glasgow is getting under it. Oh, and she puts it down. So they do manage to get the run. It's been an indifferent outing in the field by Glasgow tonight. Not what we've grown accustomed to seeing from her in the field. Puts down another catch off her own bowling this time. And that also concludes this match as Jamaica go on to register their first victory in this tournament.
Yeah, and it's good for Jamaica, not so good for the Windward Islands. They will definitely have a lot of work to do. And Jamaica, on the other hand, also do have some work to do, but they were happy with this game, the outcome of this game, chasing down a total of 100, only losing 3 wickets, and finish it this game in 16.5 overs, Stacey.
Yeah, some highlights there. Rashada Williams started quite well. It's a good partnership between her and Shidi Nation. Putting away anything loose, getting back to ball. That one just helping it over to the deep third boundary. Nice flowing back there to get that one down the ground. Rashada Williams, she looked in fine touch tonight. Yeah, Gaspar played her well, I'll say. The Jamaicans sat deep in her crease so that they can access her, how slow she bowls. But this time, that one, Afi Fletcher getting a better of Rashada Williams, trapping her plumb in front. Then came Stephanie Taylor. And the class that she exhibited tonight was unmatched. She picked up her first boundary of that ball that was a bit too short. And then she loosened up her arms, launching that one down the ground over the head of Rangan for 4. That one, a close chance could have been, but overrunning it on that occasion, Holly and Charles, and then Abigail Bryce picking up a boundary. She didn't last very long though. back-to-back boundaries for her. And then she was dismissed with this full delivery. Janelia Glasgow hanging on, a well-judged catch in the end to see the back of Abigail Bryce, who had a healthy, really good partnership with her skipper, Taylor. Krishana McKenzie also came, hung around with the skipper. I think that was important. Those two little partnerships just hanging around for skipper Stephanie Taylor to get into her work. Eventually seeing Jamaica women getting across the line. So Windward Islands women, they will now slip to the bottom of the table. Jamaica women pulling off their first victory of the contest. We've had an action-packed day today. Barbados versus Leeward Islands, top of the table clash. Leeward Islands coming out victorious there. The second match, Trinidad and Tobago pulling off a victory against Guyana. Battle of the spinners in that contest. And in this last match, Jamaica women getting their first victory of the tournament. So do join us on Wednesday, where we have more action for you in the CG United T20 Women's Blaze Tournament. On behalf of the commentary team and the production crew, it's a good night until we see you again on Wednesday.